Okay. This is awesome. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and another video where I'm at Hyundai of Daytona Beach, and they have kindly lended me their 2019 Genesis G70 rear-wheel drive 3.3 Advanced, and it's here behind me. Now, you guys know that my Maserati Ghibli is getting kind of old, maintenance is getting high, going out of warranty, and then I'm going to be replacing it sometime soon here. And I wanted to drive some cars and see what else is out there in the market, a little bit more, you know, modest, and stick in the $30,000 to $50,000 range. You guys have been suggesting different things in that price range that will hold good a warranty, have a lower payment, still be fun but lower maintenance, all that good stuff. And you guys suggested the G70 after I drove the Stinger. So I drove the Stinger GT, loved it, but you guys said drive that G70, see what it's about, review it, check it out. So that's what we're here to do today. What we have in front of us is the 3.3 liter V6 for the 2019 G70, which starts at $44,745. You can get the 2 liters starting at $35,895. Now, when it comes to the rear-wheel drive model, that's the only one that you have the optional 2.0 liter manual transmission. Now, if you want the all-wheel drive version of this model G70, you're looking at an extra $2,000 and a little bit of weight, but it's going to be worth it for you folks that are in colder climate. Now, Kia and Genesis may be separated by a few corporate relationships, but the Kia Stinger and the Genesis G70 are effectively sister vehicles. They're both based on the same platform, they offer the same engine lineup, and they aim squarely at the luxury establishment. But despite their similarities, the two have strikingly different personalities. They're after different corners of the luxury market and will appeal to different buyers. Where the Stinger offers a bargain on luxury touring, the G70 is a fresh take on the sports sedan. It has plenty of luxury, but driving dynamics that are the forefront as well. In addition to being shorter than the Stinger, the G70 is also lighter. It will be nimble in the corners, and it will attempt to take fight at the titans like the BMW 3 Series. In keeping with its focus on the driver, the G70 also offers a manual transmission, a 6-speed at that can be optioned out with the rear-wheel drive G70. Now, with the combination of that, enthusiasts will definitely appreciate what the G70 has to offer. So you're gonna notice something familiar when you hop in this engine bay, and obviously with Hyundai owning Kia, you're gonna see this same power plant and layout in the Kia Stinger. So that is why you're seeing a big resemblance between the two. Now let's talk about the specs here. You're talking about that 3.3 liter V6, right? You're looking at 365 horsepower, just like the Stinger, with 376 foot-pounds of torque. Also, you're looking at a 0 to 60 time of 4.7 seconds. So with this shorter, lighter G70, you're looking at the dimensions of 184 inches in length, 73 inches in width, and 55 inches in height. And with the weight of the G70, you're looking at 3,516 pounds. Now, the styling here is much different than the Kia Stinger GT, but you can tell a little bit of the similarities between the two. Now, this isn't supposed to be the same. Obviously, we're gonna have something close to the same power plant with Hyundai and Kia being brand companies together. But you're looking at a little bit more luxury with this model, and you guys can probably tell this is supposed to be the classier version of the Stinger. The Stinger's older sister, you know, that's a little bit prettier and a little bit more mature. So that's the reference I'm going to use for that. But you see a lot of chrome up front. I mean, obviously that big grille, you cannot miss that on the Genesis, and you're seeing the chrome surround with that. You're seeing the nice granite looking accents along the bumper here, the nice sleek headlights, which we'll take a look at, lit up with the turn indicators, and the gloss black surround around the turn indicators. It's just a very classy, nice looking front, has a lot of road presence. You will notice in this grille, and you might have to get up on it, that this is actually a fake grille right here. As you can see, I'm running my finger through it just fine, to where this, you know, I'm gonna hit it going up and down and go in between. But here, it's actually solid. So what that is obviously it's the technology for the driver assistance, and they have it up front, but you know, they kind of blend it in like most automakers automakers do. But when you kind of step far back, you don't really see it as much. It kind of blends in. They did a good job with it. The wheels look great. They look perfect for this car. I mean, you're getting the big Brembo brakes. You can't go wrong there, right? So you just like the Stinger, you have the big Brembo brakes. You also have the 19-inch alloy wheels with the Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires. So, I mean, Michelin tires, Brembo brakes, name a better combo. You can't say peanut butter and jelly, but name a better combo. But with these alloy wheels, it's nice that you have the aluminum finish, the gray in the insides, and you have this like carbon fiber look here with the Genesis insignia there. Just really sporty wheels, and it's a sporty type car, but with some luxury flavor. So I really like that they didn't, you know, dial it down too much on the wheels, and they really went in. Now from the side, you're gonna get that very BMW 4 Series look, I feel. But until you get up to the front fender, that's where things start to change, where you have this kind of boomerang. You know, I'm gonna call it a boomerang. I know that's not the name for it, but this boomerang chrome accent piece on the front fender with, it looks like cooling going through here as well. You know, obviously it's gonna be functional, but it reminds me of a boomerang, which is not necessarily a bad thing. That's just how I'm going to make it more distinct. That styling there is something that, hey, if they didn't put it there, it would make the side of the car very boring, or very, like I said, BMW 4 look, to where that kind of gives us its own flavor. And I'm not mad at it at all. Now, sticking with that luxurious look for the G70, you're even getting stuff on the side, like your arm here for your rear view mirrors are chrome. So you have chrome going across here, wraps around all the way across, and then you have your turn indicator all white out. I really like that, because a lot of times for the US, you have to have the indicators done in the amber color. But I like how they just made it all white up here, and then it goes all the way around and wraps with that chrome. That's just a very classy move. And then with that, you have the window moldings done in chrome and the door handles done in chrome. So like I said, it's very luxurious looking, very classy looking. That chrome follows through in the rear diffuser of the G70. You're looking at the chrome going all the way across here on the diffuser, and then you have the gloss black look too. It's kind of more of a very dark granite gray, but it looks gloss black. You do also have the vents here for the grille that are actually feed-throughs. They're not fake vents. These are not real exhaust here. The actual exhaust is a little bit deeper in there as far as the exhaust pipe. So you see the exhaust pipe there. This is just the extender there. Obviously you need that to come out this way, and you have a pretty much a cap, a exhaust cap or exhaust cover to put that over to make it extend out to the bumper. But it's a really clean design. If you guys step back and look at it, you do have the insignia right up there for the G70. You also have the 3.3 there. Looks really good. I like it. I mean, it's like I said, it's classy. It's not supposed to be sporty. This is a different kind of car, but with the same type of engine as the Stinger GT. Now, before we get super in depth, let's take a look at the Genesis G70 key. It's very light, but it's a nice design. I do like the aluminum on both sides of the key, just to help spruce it up a little bit, but you will get the plastics in between. The plastic here with the insignia there, and then the plastic with the buttons. Now you do have lock, unlock, you have your hold for your trunk and the sound for your horn, but no remote start here. So we're gonna just start the car, and I'll show you what the exterior headlights look like with the turn signals on and the tail lights. Don't be alarmed. Obviously, my camera is not picking up the refresh rate, which is why it looks like the LEDs are going berserk in the headlights there. But this is what you're looking at when you have a full lit up front G70. We'll go a little closer. Very simple in the back. Kind of reminds me of an older style Mercedes-Benz taillight. There's your indicators there. Also your indicators here in the side view mirrors. Now I love the name of this exterior color, Casablanca white. Casablanca white with gray interior, red calipers on the aluminum finished wheels. This is a cool looking spec. Obviously you guys know I like my pearl whites. That's what this is. It has a pearl finish. It looks fantastic, and it shows all the beautiful lines of this G70. Now when opening up the trunk of the G70, you can use the trunk release button here, right inside next to the left-hand side of the steering wheel. You can use the key fob here, where you can press and hold this button to open up the trunk, or you can use the button right under the insignia on the right-hand side to firmly press and lift it up. Now, no power trunk, so it shoots right up, just as is there. And then when you get inside of the G70, you're looking at a capacity with all seats up of 10.5 cubic feet. Now, you do have a 60-40 split, 40% on the driver's side and 60 on the right-hand side, to where you can fold down all 3 seats. If I were to go into here and lift up, then you can see the spare tire and tools are under there with a front plate bracket, just in case you need it. We do not need the front plates here in Florida, so we do not have front plate mounted right off the bat. I don't even know where to start when it comes to this G70 interior. Super cool color, which is the gray that we mentioned earlier, but this is just something different. It's not really gray, but it is. It's like a very light gray. I don't know. I really love this color because it's not necessarily cream. It's not white, but the gray just gives it a completely different kind of finish that you don't normally see in most cars. And then with the piping going down the side, the perforated leather, the aluminum trim going through, I really love how this looks. This is where it really comes to the luxury side of the G70, is the interior. It's very classy, very comfortable, and very functional, and I really like how this is. So let's take a step inside. First, we'll start her up using the start stop button, foot on the brake, and she's brought to life. System check, make sure everything checks out and looks good. All right, then our warning there comes up for the driver safety and traffic obey right there for the screen, and then you have your infotainment screen up there now. Now, we'll go over all of that in a second, but let's really talk about some features that this specific car has, and then we'll talk about first impressions, just kind of looking in here and playing with some stuff. Now, when it comes to the G70 or any car in general, safety is a big thing that you may need. All right, that's something that's going to be very important for most people. Now, this has 7 airbags, including driver's knee airbag. It has 4 collision avoidance assistance with pedestrian detection. It has blind spot collision warning with rear cross path traffic collision warning, lane keep assist. It also has driver attention warning, rear view camera with parking guidelines, high beam assist, hill start assist control, and obviously the Brembo braking is going to help you out. Now, it also focuses on the driver. This is a sports car in a sense, all right? It's just a luxury sports car. So you're looking at stuff like vehicle stability management, ESC with traction control and brake assist. You also have the 8-speed automatic transmission, paddle shifters, rev match. You have shift by wire. You also have the drive mode select buttons with the custom mode setting, the rack mounted motor driven power steering with variable gear ratio. You also have the sport tune suspension, the limited slip differential. Now, it's going to be very similar to the Kia Stinger's display, but this has a glossier finish. Looks really good. Obviously, it's going to be hard to keep cleaning and maintaining, and it will show some glare, as you can already see in the seat and stuff. But I really like how great the graphics come through, how colorful everything is for this display. Now, you do get an 8-inch touchscreen navigation system, AM/FM radio with the HD radio, Sirius XM. You have the 15-speaker audio system with Quantum Logic surround. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto as expected. You have Bluetooth hands-free phone system. You have the 3 USB ports, 2 front and 1 in the rear. Electronic parking brake for this. You also have the dual automatic temperature control, the smart cruise control with stop and go. You have the integrated memory system, aluminum trim, heated and ventilated front seats. That is important, especially the ventilated here in Florida. The heated and ventilated front seats is something that you need to look at. The 4-way lumbar, the 12-way power front passenger seat, including the 16-way driver's seat, including the 4-way lumbar. That's pretty dope. 16-way seats with the leather surface, and you also have the auto dimming inside rear view mirror with home link and the power folding auto dimming outside mirrors. This has everything. Just looking around, like I said, navigating, you still get a lot of the Stinger's layout. I do really like these buttons. They look and feel like high quality. I do like the way these look. They don't have to be the natural black switches that you would get on most window switches. They make this touch, this aluminum feel. I mean, it's quality, it's solid. You do have your window switches here. All right, you have your locking the window there for the child safety, back windows, front windows, unlock, lock. This is for your mirrors here. the directional way to move them. So you move this to the L, that's gonna be for the left mirror. If you move it to the R, it's gonna be for the right mirror, and you can move them the direction you need. And then this is the button to fold down the mirrors. I do like the perforated leather going across here. All right, and you have the stitching going across here. Very nice soft touch materials. You do have that nice speaker, which we'll just open that up so you can see it in the light. Speaker right there for the Lexicon speaker, 15 speakers. You have the speakers there as well with your seat memory and the aluminum door handle. It's very nice quality and an aluminum lock too, which you can't overlook the lock. All right, very small space here for your cup holder, and yet another speaker. Sound system on this has to be crazy. You have your dimmer here, that's plus for brighter and negative for darker. You also have your driver assistance here. You have your fuel door here, and you also have your trunk release here. Very nice branded Genesis floor mats with the nice dead pedal and the aluminum brake pedal and gas pedal. I really like how big that dead pedal is. This gives it a better look. I know I did the Infinity just last week. Had a very small dead pedal. I know that's probably super stupid and picky, but I just really like the big 3 pedal, the trifecta look. Comes to your steering wheel, you do have your lighting here for your headlights. You have your paddle shifters on the back of both of these sides for your steering wheel. All right, you also have your windshield wipers on this side. If you come down here, you have your hands free for your voice command, and you have your hands free cell phone there. You have your radio options here where you can change the mode of the radio, change the stations, and turn up and down the volume. All right, then on the right hand side, you have your cruise control set. You have your distance setting there for your cruise control to keep your distance, a specific distance from the car in front of you. And then you have your menu button here, which is gonna control your menus on the speedo. So let's pop through those really quick. All right, so before we go through the menus, to the left there, you're having your RPMs and temperature there. And on the right hand side, you're having your fuel, and you also have your miles per hour or kilometers per hour, depending on where you are. In the center here, top left, you're gonna have what drive mode you're in, or what gear you're in, what gear you're currently in. And then your drive mode is gonna be down there at the bottom, which we're in comfort at the moment. Shows that our driver assistance is on right there, and it also shows the temperature currently, the miles for the miles that you have on the specific car, and the range that you have on fuel at the moment. So we're gonna use that menu button that I showed you here, and we're gonna press. So we're gonna use that menu button now and cycle through a couple of things like the compass, all right, like the tire pressure, and like the driver assistance, the doors, the lights, the sound, the convenience, the service interval, other, and then reset. So these are different things that you can go through as far as your menu goes. This is for your gauges, oil temp, torque, turbo. All right, I can scroll down and actually show the G-force there. I can show the lap timer, and then you do have your current speed there. I really like to keep that on. Drive mode there lets you know if you're in the economical comfort, if you're in the sport or custom, and you can go to smart as well. We'll go back to drive mode comfort, we'll go to drive mode eco, we'll go to smart, and then we'll go to sport, and it obviously shows where the biggest changes are between the driving modes. Looking at your center console here, nice big hazard button in the middle. You do have your vents here for your HVAC. You also have your radio controls here going all the way across. All right. Now, I mentioned this in the Kia Stinger that the placement of these, you might get mixed up a little bit if you were to just, keep your eyes on the road and not look down and go to adjust the volume, and then you might actually hit the HVAC here and change that. Obviously, you can use the radio controls on the steering wheel, so you don't even have to take your eyes off of anything or reach down here, but it's just a thing that I brought up. Then you do have your HVAC controls down here. Very nice looking. I do like the way this looks. I probably wish they would have done these like in aluminum, like the buttons here. I think the way that the door switches are in aluminum, I think it looks really nice. I wish they could have done that. Same kind of flavor down here, but that's me being picky. Obviously, this is a very cool looking setup for everything. I think it looks good. Also down here, you'll have your 12 volt. So you open that up, you have your aux cable, and you have your USB. Now that's not your only USB, because you do have 2 up front, but that is the USB for now. And then you push in, and you'll cover that whole section up in case you want to keep it looking clean, or you want to just kind of hold some stuff in there for storage. You also have down here your gear select. You have park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Pretty simple. Gear select feels really good. It's that same kind of gear select that's in the Kia Stinger GT2s. So the GT2s, you definitely have this nice gear select that it's very form-fitting to your hand. I think it feels good. Nice aluminum button to change the gears on the side. I really like it. Then you come down, you have your cup holders here. All right, so you have your aluminum around the cup holders there. You have your two big cup holders. I do like that they even did the styling here with the like chrome or aluminum piece right here in the cup holder and in the center. It just makes it look a lot better than, you know, it normally would. And I know it comes to a cup holder, like it's just a cup holder. It's still nice. You do also have, and you're missing a few buttons, couple blank buttons, because not every option is available on this specific vehicle. You have your traction off, you have your auto hold, you have your electric parking brake, and then you have your drive mode selector, which I was using earlier. Now it doesn't show you your drive modes here. You actually have to look on your screen or look actually up on the speedo here. So you will do that as far as when you're turning it and changing it here. This is where you'll see your different drive modes. Let's talk about these wonderful seats. These just look really good. Now, the seats on the side for your adjustments is right here. This is a little different than normal. If I wanted to move it, I just press the button here to do so. Now, you do have also other seat controls, but this is something that I haven't really seen, you know, automakers do as far as placing their seat controls on the side. Now, these are obviously your standard seat controls. When you get to the lumbar and everything else, you'll reach on the side. But this is, yeah, this is different placements. I mean, even in the Telluride, I've seen USB ports here on the side, but never seat controls. Up top, you're looking at your dome light, your floodlight, you have your driver's side light, your passenger side light, and your taco holder. Only thing this bad boy is missing is a sunroof. Gotta enjoy that Florida sun by letting some of that light in. But a lot of people don't like sunroofs. Gotta check out this wonderful looking glove box. Button right up front, big button, you can't miss it. Press that in. And then underneath, there is your second USB port for up front. And then just a crap ton of space. They kept it simple. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Let's venture into the back seat. This is gonna be your family vehicle. Now this seat, with it being a smaller wheelbase than the Stinger, is definitely a little tighter. Now I'm gonna press this button, which is, this is really where this comes in handy, and move this seat up a little bit. Obviously it's probably not to where a person may be sitting, but you can tell that with the smaller wheelbase, it's a little bit smaller in the back. So with you trying to, you know, fit the kids back here, depending on how big the kids are, this might not be as comfortable as a fit. Now I'm 5'11", so that is my size here, and this is what you're looking at relatively to the size. Now I'll flip the camera over me, and you'll see that I have tons of headspace, and I sit comfortably back here. Just the leg room might be a little tough depending on the size of the adults or children in the back, so keep that in mind. You do have your one USB set right here in the center console. You also have your HVAC controls there. All right, then you have your beautiful looking finishes on the door, as always, catering to the back as they do up front. You do have your one window switch there, aluminum going across, 2 speakers instead of the 3, which you do also have speakers in the back too, so you don't need them all in the door. But beautiful seats in the back, very luxurious feeling, very soft, very comfortable, very nice quality leather. And then you do have your cup holders here. Again, nice styling with the cup holders. They could have just went with a cheap black or just a cheap plastic finish, but they did the aluminum trim on it. Looks really good. I mean, this is a place that you can spend a lot of time in. Top here, you also have your lighting for your dome light, and for each side, you also have your cargo net right up front here, holding anything that you may need. And then a small spot on the side of the door. I would even say a cup holder. What could be a little annoying is this door for the fuel door does not open up all the way, and it does not stay. So that might be a little annoying reaching in and out of. But let's talk about the fuel economy. So you're looking at 21 combined city and highway for your fuel economy, 18 city and 26 highway. Obviously with that twin turbo V6, you're going to eat up fuel a little bit more than you normally would, but that's just how it is. It's definitely a great performing engine, but you may sacrifice the fuel a little bit, which may be okay for most people, especially depending on how much driving you're doing. But I really wish the door would feel like a little bit more quality. It's very flimsy, and I mean, it's just one of those annoying things. Alright guys, so moment of truth. We are in the G70. We're gonna go for a really quick drive. Like I said, I just want a really quick first impression to compare it to the Stinger. So it's gonna be fun. I know it. I'm gonna drive it in sport. Obviously, I'm a big fan of driving in sport mode, so that's how I'm gonna treat this vehicle as well. Using the paddle shifters as well for a couple of upshifts and downshifts. But I really want to see what this thing can do. So let's go out really quickly, take a quick run at it, and we'll see what we got here. Okay, just doing that. I had a car in front of me, so I had to stop. Let's see if we can. Okay, all right. Now, this area for test drive wise is not the best, just because it's a very heavily trafficked area. You know, when you're in the auto mall, you got big straightaways. So I'm trying to moderate my throttle as I go through. Now, it's very easy to do, but it's just not a lot of room to do so. So you see that? Let me know that there was a car right by me. It was a big truck. I saw him. I was able to get by him. But holy crap, this thing has some pickup. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. Downshift, second gear, and we'll go. I mean, it stops really good with the Brembo brakes. It feels very light on the steering. I can move it and get around very easily. The downshifts sound aggressive. When you step on it, you really start to feel the driving experience take over, but I just really wish I could hear it a little bit more. And that's me being kind of spoiled with having the Maserati exhaust system. I'm obviously used to very loud, obnoxious exhaust, but this is something that does the trick. Let's check out. I'm gonna have to pull a fast one here. Turning radius is good, and we're off. Okay. Downshift, downshift. This thing is fun. Okay, so I got a little wheel spin there. All right. That's what you use it for, right? This is awesome. I mean, not much more to say. It does all the things that I want it to do. And I know this is a quick test drive video, but I had to get behind the wheel and show you guys for myself how much I like this thing. Let's take a look at this rear view mirror really quickly while I park in between two other G70s. So you see the guidelines there showing everything as far as where I need to be, where I need to go. Makes it very simple, very easy for you. And it's a big screen here for this too. So actually I'm gonna need to pull up a little bit. So pull up and straighten out a little bit. And then go back in reverse. And then it shows you I'm going straight back. Be able to line it up very nicely, move it over a little bit. Match up the pillars. Move it up just a little bit. And then call it a day. Let's take a look at the sticker for the 2019 G70 rear-wheel drive 3.3 Advanced. Let's talk about the MSRP. The manufacturer's suggested retail price is $43,750. After options like the cargo tray at $150, the first aid kit at $45, the mudguards at $70, and the rear bumper, you're looking at $80 there. Total price, $45,090. Now that comes with a shipping fee of $995. So $45,090, not too bad. Now let's talk about the other options that the vehicle has. These are your standard features that come with the car, and a lot of this stuff I did go over, but make sure you pause it just in case you want to get a good look of every single option on this specific vehicle, in case you go to option one out yourself. Comfort and convenience, stuff that I also mentioned there. But what I didn't talk about is Genesis warranty. 5 years, 60,000 mile new vehicle warranty with a 10-year, 100,000 mile powertrain warranty and a 7-year unlimited mile anti-perforation warranty. Now that is something to talk about. Just like that with the Kia Stinger being parent companies, they're obviously gonna have the same warranties. That's big, guys. That is big. So after taking a closer look at the G70, what do you guys think? Price-wise, warranty-wise, features-wise, power-wise, is it something that could be the new RonsRides vehicle? I definitely want you guys to let me know. You guys suggested this car and I came out and looked at it. I love it. It's great. It's awesome. I don't know if it's as distinct as the Stinger and it turns as much heads. It's definitely something that I think is very attractive, and it has the same power output, but it has more luxury to it. It feels really good on the quality. But what do you guys think? Is this a great family vehicle in the price range? Let me know. I definitely want that thumbs up if you guys love the video, or if you learned something new during this review. Also, check out the other videos I have on the channel. Subscribe for more RonsRides videos and click that notification bell. If you guys also want to support other ways, I have a PayPal one-time donation. I have Patreon. I have my social media if you just want to check me out, see what I'm doing there. I definitely want to connect with you guys in most ways possible. So definitely like down below, comment, and subscribe. I'll be talking to you guys in the comments and see what you guys think of this G70 and see if I should pick this up for $45,000. It's awesome. I want to thank Hyundai of Daytona Beach for letting me check out the G70 today. I'm going to leave all of their contact information in the links below. Also, if you come up here and you want to inquire on one of these rides, tell them RonsRides sent you. Maybe they'll hook you up. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a great time. You guys be blessed, be easy, and we'll see you in the next RonsRides video. Peace.